there was a big-time trade yesterday. Damian Lillard finally got what he wanted, and he's out of Portland.
Did he get what he wanted?
Well, I think he wanted to go to South Beach, but I think playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo is a hell of a consolation prize. This is the best player he's ever played with.
Yeah, but on American cities for a superstar to play, Milwaukee's not at the top of the list.
He just played in, Portland, and he became a superstar.
It's not bad, yeah.
So Giannis is a worldwide superstar playing in Milwaukee.
What a day for Milwaukee. Their Brewers clinched the division.
Yep.
The Packers, I believe, played tonight. And then Jordan Love obviously looks good. And then you get Dame Lillard.
Yeah, so Damian Lillard gets traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Portland receives Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tumani Kamara, and Milwaukee's 2029 unprotected first-round draft pick and unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030. The Suns, they were part of this deal. It's a 3-team deal. The Suns received Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson as part of the trade package. The Blazers also plan to engage with teams on moving Drew Holiday. So Drew Holiday is not going to be in Portland for long. Obviously, they have Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons. They want to move Drew Holiday to get even more compensation for their team. But they do get DeAndre Ayton, which I like for them. You clear the cloud with Damian Lillard. Obviously, you weren't going to win with him. And Damian Lillard gets a new lease on title contention in the Eastern Conference. Does it make Milwaukee title favorites? They're one of the top 5 teams that have a chance. There's no doubt that pick and roll with Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be deadly. It's going to cause problems. We can talk all day about Damian Lillard's defense. Look, when you got Giannis behind you and Brook Lopez behind you, you can block a lot of shots there. So Damian Lillard goes to Milwaukee. DeAndre Ayton finally gets out of Phoenix. He goes to Portland, and Portland starts their rebuild here. So I'm intrigued to see where Drew Holiday goes, Shasky. Is he going to go to Miami? The Clippers need a point guard. Where's Drew going to end up at? Because he's a problem. He gives a lot of point guards headaches. But first, your thoughts on Damian Lillard going to Milwaukee.
Well, Miami is so sad right now. So sad. I mean, Jimmy Butler's out here calling tampering charges. It's kind of funny. But listening to the Le Batard show, which is based in Miami, explain their just utter disappointment in how the whole thing went down. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a trade on the table for a long time between Tyler Hero and a bunch of other random pieces. If you're Miami, you lost Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. Who knows what they're going to do with Tyler Hero now? Yeah. They were like expecting to get Dame Lillard. This is a big blow for them. So I don't know how they recover. Regarding Dame and Giannis, of course it's going to look good on paper. I want to see what it looks like. I think it does give them some shooting. The Chris Middleton thing, to your point, is, I think, the most important factor in all of this. His knee has not been right for multiple years. He's an excellent player when healthy. They're in the mix. There's no doubt about it. I look at it from Phoenix. To me, I'm looking at Phoenix, right? They got off of Ayton. I didn't want them to acquire a point guard. I think that's the one thing that they need is a facilitator to get those 3 great scorers the ball. That, to me, is the biggest unknown in all of this, is what are they going to do to try to get someone as a facilitator? Because I'm looking at them, and on paper, they've got great talent, right? Portland, they might have a nice month to start the year.
They're going to rebuild. And for them, they cleared their cap. They go straight to Scoot Henderson. They give him the keys to the organization alongside Anthony Simons and Shaedon Sharp, who I think is a nice young prospect.
Simons.
Yeah, but I think highly of Shaedon Sharp. Okay. I think highly of Scoot Henderson.
Okay.
And so they can move off of Simons later in the future if they need to and get a bigger guard or whatnot.
Simons, Tyler Hero, and Jordan Poole were all those smaller guard guys that got a ton of money prematurely, because that's kind of how the CBA is set up. And isn't it interesting that all of them could be or have been on the move?
Right.
Maybe. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, no doubt. So Simons, look, I think they're all in on Scoot Henderson.
I agree with that.
And Shaedon Sharp. I wouldn't focus too much on Anthony Simons. Simons is a bonus. To me, he reminds me so much of what they had with CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. I think they'll move off him at some point, but I do like the change of scenery for DeAndre Ayton.
He's just been a malcontent.
Who, DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
Well, I think part of that had to do with CP3. Part of that had to do with Monty Williams.
CP3 helped get him paid, too.
But yeah, he did help him get him paid, but then he got benched in fourth quarter or in the second half of Game 7 against the Mavericks, and it was like, wait a minute, it's not my fault. So, look, he does average a double-double. Some of those numbers could be hollow, But I think a change of scenery and just playing with some other youngsters may do him some good there. So I like the move for DeAndre Ayton personally. Now we'll see what happens. When it comes to Milwaukee, you bring up Chris Middleton. He hurt his knee right before the Boston series 2 years ago in the second round. And he didn't play in that entire series against the Celtics, and they won in 7 games. They ended up in the NBA Finals, played the Golden State Warriors, and of course the Warriors won that in 6. He was not right all last season.
At all.
And he was one of the best two-way players in this league, defensively, offensively, and he was the Bucks closer
I was
in a lot of those games.
Fourth quarter facilitator and scorer on the perimeter.
On their way to the championship, he was their closer. He was a guy taking big shots. Now you can have Dame Dollar doing that, but where is his knee at? Because if his knee is not right, I don't think Milwaukee can get past the Boston Celtics. I really don't. Now another caveat is I'm eager to see what happens in Philadelphia. I'm eager to see what happens with Joel Embiid. James Harden obviously doesn't want to show up.
This league.
And how long will Joel Embiid take what he's taking in Philadelphia?
Are we 100% sure Dame's not going to, demand out of Milwaukee right away?
No. Why would he?
Well, I don't know. There was a hope from Miami that he doesn't even want to report to Milwaukee because he had told Portland that he wants to only go to South Beach.
Well, he didn't seem like he was doing that yesterday on Twitter.
Again,
seems like he's bought in on it.
Again, I'm just asking out loud.
No, I don't. I'm not in Damian Lillard's circle. Maybe we could ask Coach Watkins, but he had a farewell song. And
the farewell song was interesting.
The farewell song was very interesting.
I mean, addressing haters and
hey, Damian Lillard's retweeting everything about the Bucks. So
you think he's all in?
Yeah, you get to go play with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, Giannis was very outspoken in the offseason about how you better do something or else I'm going to go.
And they did
essentially.
And they did something.
If this is a big enough splash for them.
So somebody tweeted, I really believe Dame Lillard going to win a couple chips in Milwaukee and then return to Portland and retire a Blazer. Dame Lillard retweeted that in a heartbeat. He retweeted that in a heartbeat. So he's going to report to Milwaukee. He's out of Portland. I don't see why he
and go back to Portland.
Well, I don't see that happening, but I don't see why he wouldn't report to Miami. I mean, excuse me, Milwaukee.
Just because this league is insane and everybody's got
Miami's
their demands.
bitter. Miami's bitter, thinking that he's not going to go there. Blah 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 blah. Now,
Miami now wants in on Drew Holiday.
They should be in on Drew Holiday.
Well,
that might be a better fit.
They need scoring as well because Tyler Hero does provide a lot of scoring for them. So if they're going to move off Tyler Hero, even though Portland claims they don't want him, I do like Drew Holiday. And part of why Drew Holiday, is well known in Miami is because Jimmy Butler gave him the business in the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. But that's a tough matchup for anyone.
It is a tough matchup.
Jimmy Butler is a beast, especially playoff Jimmy Butler.